What's going on, everybody? It's Rocco with Rocco's Modern Survival. I am back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about food caches, or survival food, or however you want to call it. I picked this up for around 80 bucks, I think it was. I paid for all this. I got enough corn and green beans, because that's what I prefer, corn and green beans, and it's a good diet to have, good roughage to have. What we do is I just buy a bunch of cans and keep them in here. Cans are good for 2 years, but they can honestly last a lot longer than that. As long as they don't mold or anything inside, they're good. What you can also do is you can take them out of the cans and you can actually put them in jars, and they'll last even a lot longer in jars. And that's most likely what I'm going to end up doing once we move into the house. This is just kind of a backup for us to have whenever we move into the house. We can we're going to have stuff to actually put into our cupboards. That's kind of why I'm doing this right now. But it's also not a bad idea just to keep this kind of stuff for backups for yourself, for survival situations, okay? So I'm going to, real quick, take the lid off of this, and we'll come back with what's inside of this, okay? What's inside what's inside this container? We have got instant mashed potatoes. I'm sorry, this is instant rice. Instant mashed potatoes. I've got different varieties of them because I like all varieties of them. And you don't want to honestly eat the same thing over and over and over again. You're going to get sick of it. But we got, what we got here? We've got 1 pound of rice. We got 3 pounds of rice just right here. And that'll last a very, very long time. 1 box of rice could last you over a month and a half, maybe 2 months. Depending on how you eat and stuff like that. Like if you, well, see, we live on the farm here. We have the ducks and stuff like that, and we have the rabbits. So if you have to break yourself down to eating just like 1 meal a day, you could honestly do that, and you could honestly live off of just rice. It wouldn't be the most nutritious thing for you, but you can honestly do it. We have butter and herb mashed potatoes, garlic mashed potatoes, regular mashed potatoes, and all this stuff. All these mashed potatoes are instants. They're just flakes. You just add water to them. Yeah, they would taste better with butter and stuff like that, but you just add water and you're good to go. You have a meal. We have macaroni and cheese. The reason I get this kind is because the processed cheese inside of it can last for many, many years without going bad. And then you have your shells. I could not think of that word. Sorry. We have more mashed potatoes here. All the flake kind, all the powder kind. These are $1. That's why I pick them up. These are good to have. Loaded baked potato and stuff like that. So honestly, if you don't have butter and stuff like that to add to this, just getting the different flavors will help you out more too. You know, that way you're not eating the same thing over and over and over again. We've got soup and stuff like that down here. Now, the reason I get soup is because soup has a couple years on it as well. This has got 2 years on it. So, I mean, remember this stuff right here, normally I wouldn't carry unless it was powdered form, but this is only to go inside the house whenever we actually move in. I'm just trying to stock up now. But if you're going to do soup, make sure you do powdered soup, because it lasts up to about 10 years. So that way, don't use liquid soup. Liquid soup will go bad very quickly. This was actually supposed to go to my parents' house, and I forgot that I put it in there. But I did want to mention soup while we were talking about this. But yeah, if you're going to get soup, make sure you get the powdered soup kind, not the liquid kind. All right, that's a big mistake you don't want to make there. You can get this kind of fruit. I couldn't think of the word fruit. I was wanting to say vegetable. You can get this kind of fruit. It lasts for a couple years as well. This has got May 2020 on it. This is out of date.
Yeah. Like my truck.
Yeah, that's like really far out of date. And I bought that last week. That showed you how much.
No.
What?
Best Buy, November 10th, 2021.
Oh, okay. Best Buy, November 10th, 2021.
It was produced May 10th.
May. Oh, it was produced May. Okay. See, he read that, and I didn't read it right away. It's good for up to a year, maybe 2 years, depending on how you eat it. it was packaged on May 2020, and it's best by November 21. So it's got a year on it. So that's something you can also have too. If you're going camping and stuff like that,
That's good.
it's good to have that kind of stuff. I also buy a lot of brown gravy mix and stuff like that, because if you're having your potatoes or even your rice right here, you just add water to this, boiling hot water, you've got gravy. It's literally that easy.
Why would you want to gravy on your rice?
Well, if you're eating the same thing every single day, you want to switch it up once in a while. And gravy is a great way to switch it up. I also buy some muffin mix and stuff like that. This got it's got a long date on it too. It lasts about maybe a year to 2 years.
It also has a lot of calories.
It has a lot of calories, and you want calories if you're in a survival situation. Oh, it's hard to stand up and down, putting you on your knees on the floor. But yeah, I got a lot, as you can see, a lot of potatoes and stuff in here. And I don't have these need to come out, because these have to go to the house. A lot of gravy. I have au jus sauce in here as well, if I can find it. There's not a lot of organization in this, because I kind of just threw it in there. But I've just got macaroni and cheese, potatoes, gravy, and I'll have dried soup in here whenever I can actually get some. The Kroger's, where I shop at, didn't have any the other day, so I haven't been able to pick any up. I have to go to Walmart in a little bit. I'll probably end up buying it over there. I hate doing that, but if local people don't have what you need, you gotta go to a big box store. And ours is really bad about never having what you need. So this is just one thing that you can do to kind of help yourself be prepared for a survival situation. I am missing a few things out of here. I do know that. The dried soup is one thing that I really need to put in here. I also need to put in some spices and stuff like that, because it's always good to have that kind of stuff. You also want to, if you're going to do stuff like this, this just fits in this little container, is all it fits in, and they stack on top of each other. Now when you're doing something like this, having another container full of vitamins and first aid kits and stuff like that is something else that you want to do. So it can go, you can just put it on top of here, put it next to it, however you want to do it. But you always want to have that stuff into a Tupperware tote like this, or plastic tote like this, because that way it doesn't get wet and animals won't get into it, mice and stuff like that, if you would ever get mice in your house or something like that. And it won't draw moisture. And that's one big thing that you do not want your food to get, is moisture. So inside this stuff, I won't get any moisture with the air around it or anything like that, so none of my stuff's going to go bad. So if you're going to put medicine and stuff like that into a container like this, and gauze pads and bandages and stuff like that, it won't get wet. It won't get wet from the air and stuff like that. So you always remember that, okay? So thanks for stopping by, guys. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we're trying to get this channel to grow. I'm trying to get what little bit of knowledge I have out there. I want everyone to just survive in this world and be prepared for the future, because who knows what it's going to hold, especially with the way everything's going. But like always, thanks for stopping by. God bless, and have a wonderful day.